In today's video, I want to talk about the stat of Dexterity in Brawlhalla and the fact that it's pretty much useless completely. Like, it has no real use besides like two things. So, I mean, Dexterity, what is Dexterity, you might ask? Dexterity is the ability to throw out moves faster. So, you know how on Pacific Dexterity you may be able to get like an extended combo. Like on Jiro, you get like some, like I'm pretty sure like inlight, nair, sair. It's true at white on Jiro if you run Dexterity. And then on certain spirit characters, you get sair, inlight, falling sair, inlight. I like white with like I think a 5 or 6 Dexterity. But then that begs the question, besides those two really specific things, why would you run Dexterity? Literally in this game, you're basically better off removing Dexterity. Unless you're just playing with 2 or 3, then it gets a little questionable, but literally Dexterity has to be the most useless stat in the game completely. Because, like, what's the point of how fast you can throw out a move when speed stat pretty much does the exact same thing, which is how fast you move your character? Attack stat, how much damage you do, and defense basically determines when you die. But all Dexterity does is determine how fast the move comes out. 95% of the time, that changes so little where it doesn't really give you a reason to pick the stat. Because of this, the stat needs to be, I mean, not the stat, but Dexterity in general needs to be reworked completely. I feel like it has almost zero use when it's supposed to be a stat for every single character, and it does nothing for almost the majority of all of them in the whole entire game. And it feels like it's more of a gimmick than an actual stat, which destroys the point of it being a stat in the first place. I feel like if they changed Dexterity to where it actually had like a reasonable difference on how fast a character could be, it would cause for a rework of the whole entire game. So I really don't know how they could change it without breaking like everything else in the game completely. So like imagine Jiro had like some super fast moves, but then like Queen Nai would have like some super slow moves with like pack a bigger punch than Jiro. That would be, in my opinion, my way of balancing it. But the main problem that, like I said, is that you would have to rebalance the whole entire game off of changing that one stat. And because of that, and because I don't think Brawlhalla will ever do that, Dexterity is gonna forever be like in a weird position to where like it has use, but this doesn't compare to any other stat in the whole entire game at all. And because of that, I'm just asking, is Dexterity pretty much useless? Running specific characters for a stat should not be something you have to do in a fighting game. They're just running like for like a universal stat. It should not be something you have to do in a fighting game. So because of that, I just want to know, what exactly have you guys used Dexterity for? Have you guys actually like used like Dexterity in any way, shape, or form? Because I feel like the majority of players don't even realize what Dexterity does. Like, I mean, like, so serious. I'm pretty sure like the majority of golds, maybe even up to low diamonds, don't even know what Dexterity truly does as a stat. Because attack, defense, and speed are just really simplistic. Majority of people do not really know what Dexterity means unless they like actually like look at Brawlhalla videos or something. And this also ties into the fact that we don't have a tutorial in the game. And because we don't have a tutorial, things don't get explained all that well. And because of that, some people will probably run Dexterity without actually knowing what Dexterity does. And some people probably just have it on without even knowing that they had that on in the first place. I mean, you don't even see Dexterity ran by pro players. Like, literally pro players, and even me, I just will always take Dexterity out, because why would you run Dexterity? I feel like the best thing Brawlhalla could do is just how they did a SIG rework, which was something really crazy for the game. I think the next big step, or at least one of the future really big steps, is going to be trying to rework Dexterity and put in an experimental how they did with like the Isaiah rework and the Vector rework. Just put in an experimental, get our opinions on it, and then change it, compare it with like that information. Because the way Dexterity is now, it's not really a stat at all. It just exists. And that's pretty much what I want to talk about for the video, guys. Not gonna lie to you. Wednesday we have some update coming, so for all the stuff I covered earlier, so that would be pretty cool. Hopefully something is talked about on the Friday dev stream and the Tuesday dev stream. And peace out, guys.